Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am David Gagnon, and today we're getting back at it with the second season of Colder Than a Twitch's Wit. So, gonna go ahead and do the quick announcements right quick. Right now, we are helping out our friends over at Gehenna Gaming with their Kickstarter for their new project, Eldritch Automata. Um, the apocalypse has happened. We lost. Uh, but we get giant robots and access to mental health care. And which really I think that's really all we need, honestly. Maybe not all we need. Food is kind of important, but giant robots are also really cool. So uh, over on our Twitch channel, so right here on Wednesdays, uh what is it, 6 Mountain Standard Time. I live in a different time zone than that, so the conversion throws me off a little bit. But yeah, over excuse me, starting this next Wednesday, we're going to be doing, for the rest of January, we're going to be doing a module that they had sent us to play test and have some fun with. Um and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Like, we did a session 0 about 2 weeks ago, and it was beautiful. Everybody loved it. Um, we're super excited. I get a tactical nuke. I cannot wait to put that in places where it does not belong. So that's all we have for announcements. We're gonna go ahead and kick this season off right by meeting our players.
Okay. Andrew Albino. I'll be playing MAIRSIL, who's a half-elf wizard. And yeah.
Hi, welcome back for season 2. Let's see how this one goes.
Hi everyone, I'm CJ. My pronouns are they. I play Stellan, whose pronouns are they, he. And you can find me around on CJSTARRY and a lot of other places, but I'm really excited to be back here, after a little hiatus. So thanks for having me back.
Hello everyone, I'm Ramos, aka Ramos the Nomad, and I've just realized that I didn't update this overlay like I should have. So like the socials aren't above our heads. I'll fix that in the next one. Today I'll be playing ZERRIS and stuffing my face full of rice, cause I hungry. David, please.
Well, it would be a lot. I think that rice would be better if you had a giant robot to go with it, honestly. So,
Agreed.
maybe one of these days we'll find room for that in the Rolling Nomads budget, but yeah, it's a little pricey, so we'll see. Well, first off, welcome back, everybody. Really glad to, it's been a minute since we've had everybody back together, so it's kind of nice to get that ball rolling again. Now, as far as like a quick recap, now, so I know we did like a special prologue last week, so we're gonna talk about that prologue in a little bit, as far as what happened there. I think, because trying to think the best way to make this flow. I think just recapping the last season, we'll kind of roll into that, as far as what's going on there. Then we'll do a little recap of what happened with the prologue. So it's kind of happening side by side, but things like that, and then we'll go from there. So wait, Zeris, I was about to see if you wanted to do that, but
I can.
I don't. Oh, okay.
A brief recap of last season. So, our party, which looked very different from what we started, or compared to what we started with and what we have now, arrived at the city of Nigh Point. Well, we were on our journey to the city of Nigh Point. Along our way, our wizard died. We picked up a new wizard in the form of Rotheris, this strange ooze creature we found in a bottle that claimed that ZERRIS was an emperor or some sort of tyrant or some sort of god king of some sort. We traveled with our friends. The party being at the time was Rotheris, ZERRIS, Styria, and NIAM. And we traveled to Nigh Point, found some issues, solved some issues, created more issues, which led to Styria departing as ZERRIS claimed himself only at the behest of the god's judgment. That's conflicting with our paladin's morals and sensibilities. Completely understandable. We were solving some issues. A murder happened in 9 Point, so we were solving that. We found out there was a werewolf in the city. We solved that. We were protecting children because they were kind of just orphans and hanging out in dilapidated houses, so we adopted them because that's what we do here. Yeah, we met a new friend in the form of Cleo, who popped in and out of our lives at strange times. We undertook a few quests. We were basically, in summary for 9 Point, we were making 9 Point better. It's a town full of problems, and we were doing our goddamn best, okay? We journeyed out of 9 Point after I claimed ownership of the town from the previous mayor. I am now mayor of 9 Point. Well, we'll get to that. Yeah, so I claimed mayordom of 9 Point. That's mine now. So, we asked the Rocks, which is a thing that I do, if the Rocks thought that we should unite the Northern Kingdoms, and they said yes, so that was what we went to go do. We took a quest to find someone's elven, was it bride or husband?
Wife. Yeah.
His elven wife dipped out, and we were gonna go look for him, or look for her then.
A mysterious illness, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, we got distracted. Went to go to another place. I don't remember the name of the place, but it's full of druids and Winterhorn.
Yes.
We went to Winterhorn, and it was full of druids, and we met somebody that said, well, you have to go kill this strange elk, and we killed the strange elk, and we came back, and everyone was pissed at us because we killed their sacred elk, their sacred, divine fucking elk. So yeah, we found out that person that told us that had been dead for years, apparently, and we went to go back to the house, and they were like, she doesn't exist, bro. She's been dead for forever. And so we found out that it was the one-handed man. I shit you not. It was a one-handed man that disguised himself as this person, we think. So we went to go journey to find this one-handed man and clear our names and make everything better because, we killed a divine animal, guys. This is also where we met Stellan. And they popped out of the Feywild completely, out of their own time. And in Stellan's own words, it's been laughs and happiness ever since. So, sure. We got distracted because we were on the pursuit of this one-handed man, and we were attacked by fucking goblins, and they overwhelmed our whole squad. So we were captured. We talked our way out of that. We were going to help them with their issue. They had a monster or whatever that was in their caves. We found out it was fucking phase spiders. I died. And our friends journeyed onward into the caves. Our friends being Stellan, NIAM, and Cleo. And Rotheris, after I disappeared, a phase spider grabbed me, and then no one had seen me die. So Rotheris seeped into the ground and has not been seen since. Yeah, that's the summary. This is such a weird summary. It sounds like a fucking fever dream.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Well, the party, because I was fucking dead, journeyed onward into the phase spiders to go deal with the problem for the goblins. They found a Ettercap, I believe what they're called, who was commanding the spiders. They fought valiantly, and they retrieved my body and a new friend called Curious Spirit Distant Rain, a monk tabaxi, and they're fantastic, and I would fight and die for them. Doesn't matter though, because I'm dead. They found my body, they brought it back to 9 Point, to the coroner, also a cleric, and tried to bring me back to life. I was either unwilling or unable. Stellan, I believe, escorted Cleo, if I'm not mistaken, as they went ahead with the body. And yeah, that's where we ended season 1, is where, hey, he's unwilling or unable, and then we smash cut to me getting shit talked by the god of death Nox, and me just being like, I don't know what's going on, bro. Like, it wasn't me this time, I swear. And then yeah, that was season 1 basically. In our prologue, we found out I was in a box, aka a casket, 150 fucking miles away, naked, and waking up in a coffin. And I met a friend named MAIRSIL, and another friend named Danny. He's a reindeer. I love him. And right out of the box, right out of the grave, I was just trying to get back to my friends, and there was already problems. So I went to go pick a fight with people that I probably shouldn't have picked a fight with, and then we left. Now we're on our way back to 9 Point. I exist to try to solve problems, then create more. That's our recap. I'm so sorry. That's like rambling and a fever dream, but that's the summary.
You
To
forgot
be
about
fair,
the one-handed man.
Oh, yes. So the one-handed man had. Oh,
We did find the
yeah.
one-handed
So the
man
one
again.
hand.
He's still
No.
alive somehow. He got no leg now.
Oh no, he was missing the leg when you were gone because he got scooped up by the goblins. You guys had found him, then the goblins ambushed you, and they
Yeah.
took all of you back. Yep. Okay. Oh, the
I
only other
released
thing.
the one-handed man.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Yep.
God. I knew
Yeah,
that
we-
was gonna bite me in the butt.
We found him.
We wrapped him up in
Again.
rope.
He's with us now.
Oh good.
So, the only other thing I could think was when it was talking about like the person who told him to go kill the elf. The people had just seen them the day prior, like the night prior, and they were making food, and then you guys came back and found their body that looked like it had been dead for significantly longer than overnight. So that was
Dope, I
kind of
love
weird. Yeah. But then the petrified hands found at the scene led you guys to find the one-handed man for that. And if I recall correctly, they gave you basically a like a writ of bounty, like a thing saying, "Hey, bring this dude back to us, and we'll give you some money. Here's your legal paperwork to bounty hunt this son of a bitch." And then yeah, I think that hits up just about all the major points as far as what happened during season 1. Now, of course, if you guys prefer like not seeing the abridged version, you can check it all out over on YouTube. The entire first season and the prologue are all up there now. It's great. Go check them
We
out.
got there.
We did it. And the prologue happened last week, and the episode was going up before this one. Before this aired live. That is... I love to see it. I love to see it. So, where we find everybody today... Now, it would have taken a little bit of time over in 9 Point to make all of the funeral arrangements, get things like that. Excuse me. So that would have taken a little bit of time, but that was taken care of. Balthazar, the priest of Nox in the town, although not able to revive ZERRIS, was still able to go and do all of the other things that would have come with preparing the body and making many of the arrangements that would have been needed to take place. So, in addition to that, all of the gear that ZERRIS had with him was returned to you. So, gear, weapons, any magic items or anything like that he had. And additionally, a thing left from Cleo was the little talisman thing that she had gotten from Granny Tabitha, as far as like the good luck charm for the travels and what have you. Since she wasn't continuing her journey with the rest of you, she left that with ZERRIS' belongings as well. And so with that, we are finding ourselves the dawn of a new day in 9 Point. Excuse me. And well, I guess we'll leave this up to you guys here. Did you guys want to start before or after the funeral? Because there was a little bit of a time skip, so we got a little bit of loosey-goosey stuff with the time.
I'm good. I'll let someone else make that decision. Those goes.
I would prefer after the funeral because I don't want to do that.
That is totally fine. That is not a problem at all.
We'll just go with
So-
NIAM's a hot mess.
yeah,
I feel like
that is-
Stellan has probably tried to be by her side. He's kind of a moron, so I'm not sure how helpful he is, but he's probably been like patting your shoulder, like getting you, making sure you eat, that kind of thing. He's not as dumb as I play him, but this man,
There. It'll be okay.
he's working on it. He's doing his best.
And naturally, the process had to come with telling the children, who understandably, were upset by that as well. Much was everyone else in the town that ZERRIS had touched. And with that, like being appointed in that position, Tanya continued her role as essentially filling the mayor's seat during that time. Since at least until things kind of smoothed out a little bit after that. Now, on what was it? A reindeer and a sled? ZERRIS and MAIRSIL?
Yes.
Or was it a sled or a wagon? I think it was a wagon. You said.
I know it was
Yeah.
small. I know that it was like it fit the two of
So
us, and that's
small.
about it.
Okay. Well, and your additional passenger. I feel bad calling him cargo, but
He's fucking cargo. He doesn't get to sit properly. Fuck him. He tried to come at me with a shard of glass.
it was a vial of acid, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, then he broke it and then tried to stab him with it.
Yep. He tried to stab you with it. You had Sanctuary up. Amazing spell, by the way. And yeah, he got it stuck in his leg. So yeah. But you guys subdued him, got him all hog-tied up the best you could, despite his missing appendages. And yeah, so we find you guys coming into town. Are you gonna go? Well, I suppose it's better to ask what you're doing. It's your scene. So what's the first order of business here?
We're turning this guy in, right?
That's the goal, yes. Well, we can't exactly turn him into the authorities at Night Point. They don't really have a frame of reference for his crimes. And I don't have a writ of judgment on me. I have nothing on me so first order of business should be finding our friends.
Okay. They're to the east, right?
I'm sorry.
Or can we?
Go ahead.
Oh, is there a bounty on him?
There's no bounty on him at large. We were given a writ of passage or a writ of judgment or a writ of bounty by the people of Winterhorn, but that is on my friend's person, hopefully, unless they've given up on it entirely and simply cast it aside, in which case we are now harboring a fugitive and also wrongfully, what's the word?
Imprisonment?
Detaining?
Yeah, wrongfully detaining, an individual who looks very much like we've been maltreating him. I'll give him a kick.
And that just kind of spurs him into another bit of frenzy, like, again, mumbling and swearing in Draconic.
Well,
I kind of don't want to babysit him, so if we could drop him off at the Winter Point, I think you said, not Winter Point.
Winterhorn, yeah. We would need to
Winterhorn.
just get to Night Point first, and then get to my friends, and then we'll journey onward to Winterhorn. We can resupply I don't know how this works. I don't know if I... So, MAIRSIL, when last I left Nigh Point, I was mayor. I'm not sure how that still holds if I died and then returned.
They don't know you died.
That is a good point. That is a good point. So I will use whatever political sway that I have to reimburse you and return the favor of everything you've done.
Whenever you can. It's not a priority for me.
Excellent. Actually, you said we were coming into Night Point, yes?
Correct.
Okay, I'm about to do something real stupid.
Oh boy.
Where am I?
That's always fun. What you got?
Oh yeah, this is about to be real stupid. We're coming into Night Point. I'm gonna just pull a page out of Rothera's book and just point and just be like, friends, and just ping message as I'm going.
Okay. What was the range on that again?
That's a great question. That is 120 feet. So as we're going through Night Point, I'm just gonna be like, friends, like a shitty radar, and everyone's gonna fucking hear that.
Yeah.
Just so you know, for a second, I thought you were casting the cantrip Friends, and I thought we were just gonna get our asses whooped.
Perfect.
No, that would have been interesting. So with firing it in random directions, just trying to hit, you do get a number of responses back, like, who are you? What is this? And like, you damn kids, leave
Mind
me
your fucking
alone.
business. Mind your fucking business. Mind your fucking business.
Mm-hmm. So, I would say it takes a little bit of time, being as they weren't right on the edge with you. But eventually, you're able to get a ping through. And this would go through to NIAM.
What?
Oh.
Hearing ZERRIS saying friends?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, not today. We're not. Nope. No voices. Not listening. Don't care. Go away. Don't want to hear it. Fuck off.
Fair. I keep pinging if I don't get a response.
Are you all right? Is something happening?
You don't hear that? You don't hear ZERRIS?
Do I hear this?
Let's see, Zeris, are you like? How are you doing? Are
I'm
you
literally
just
just going
rapid
friends,
firing?
just constantly casting.
Then I would say yes at that point. It goes through to you.
Like, you don't hear that, and he's like, no, I do. Yes? Can I...
Great ghosts from the dead. I need to get rid of these rocks. It's probably his rocks.
Well, I mean, presumably, but, he's like, you know the thing I can do. Do you think I can do that with ghosts? The mind thing.
Maybe? Fuck.
I think I need to see the ghost.
Now, notably, with message, when this does ping, you guys do have the option to respond to it as well. But I don't. I mean, actually, now that I think of it, if you think that it's just voices popping in, then
Is it message or is
fine
it
then.
sending?
Message.
Okay. Can you respond? Yeah, you can respond to message.
Correct.
STELLAN would.
I
He'd
don't
be like,
know if it just goes through automatically, like whatever you're thinking, or
hello, ghost.
Oh, ghosts.
What?
Please go on.
What can we help you with?
Stellan? Stellan, is that you?
Yes. Is that you, ZERRIS?
It's me. Oh my god. I will pause.
He's like, I've got ZERRIS on the line.
MAIRSIL, we have to head off in the that way direction.
How? We.
I'm
No.
apparently a medium. This is delightful news.
Stellan is a fucking treasure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they did say that he either didn't want to be brought back or couldn't be brought back, so none of this makes any. Yep.
Are you
I
there?
need a drink.
Obviously, because this is past the response, he wouldn't get a. Hello? I have to concentrate harder, I think.
Stellan,
ZERRIS.
can you tell me where you are currently?
It worked! Oh, and he will relay where he is. He wants to know where we are. I feel like ghosts should just be able to appear, but I'm
Right,
not an expert.
I mean, if it's a ghost, he should be able to just poof. He
Exactly.
should know where we are.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Do you think he's not a ghost? Maybe he's not a ghost.
ZERRIS. I mean, what else could it
mean-
be?
Yeah, I won't get my hopes up. You're right. Maybe he's just bad at being a ghost because he's new at it.
Stellan, I can't stress the importance of this. We have a captive. I need to know where you are.
I am. Insert wherever they are.
So
The mayor's
if-
house.
I am at the mayor's house. Can you
MAIRSIL,
fly here?
Is he gonna poof through a wall?
No.
Maybe. No. He says he can't fly.
I'll
What kind
be
of
there.
ghost can't fly?
I'll be there shortly.
Good. We look forward to seeing you. Hopefully.
Can we even see a ghost? This is no.
I'm not sure,
It's a
but it seems as if we're going to find out.
Oh god.
ZERRIS, as you and MAIRSIL go, a lot of the people just kind of passing through the streets, for the most part, don't really pay you any mind. Just until some of them. Well, actually, I suppose I should ask: are you disguising your appearance in any way, or like bundled up where you might not be recognized?
That would be a smart move. Do we have the supplies to do that, MAIRSIL? Do we have anything that like might be able to?
Like cover you?
Yeah.
Like I have a sleeping bag, and that's like it.
No, then I guess not. I think I'm walking just. Yeah, fucking. This me.
You have like a chain shirt and pants, and that's like
Yeah, that's about it. Chafing my nipples on chainmail.
Ooh. Oh. Well, as you walk by, most people not really paying you too much mind. A couple of odd glances, like almost as if they had seen a ghost or something that really just that doesn't make any sense, and kind of just go on their way. Now, along the way, you do see kind of more just like leaning up, not really leaning up, but more sitting next to a like a little stone stairwell kind of thing. They're almost in the alley itself, as if to kind of like protect themselves from warmth. A small individual, raggedy clothes, and he's got a small cup, really, that has like 2-3 pieces of copper in it. And this little Harangon individual, he looks up at you and he does a sort of double. You're alive?
Was there any doubt?
Your funeral was yesterday.
Well, that's unfortunate. What did they bury?
You. Oh, I've gone mad.
My body?
What else?
Did they check? I need you.
No. And now, you actually would recognize this individual, though.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, it's former Mayor Rugo.
Mad unfortunate.
No, I mean, yeah. Is yeah.
Rugo, I'll return to you at a later date. For the time being, continue reflecting on your sins.
I need to stop. I need to step off the ale. And he just goes back to his corner.
Excellent.
So if you're mayor of this town, do you have like a house or a place you live?
That's where we're headed now, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's where my friends are. Also, there's going to be a great many deal of children. They will likely want to pet Danny.
That should be fine. As long as they don't like hit him.
No, they're not going to hit him. They've been.
Yeah.
They.
I don't control him. He just does whatever he wants. So.
Okay. Well, if he bites them, he bites them. They need to learn that you don't hit. So, if I don't think they're going to hit him. They're a little feral, but they're all right.
He should be fine with them.
Excellent. We continue on our path.
And in short order, you arrive at the mayor's estate. Your estate, arguably.
Arguably indeed. Well, they're inside, MAIRSIL. Apparently my funeral was yesterday, so this should be interesting to say the very least.
How big is the house?
It's a pretty decent size. It's a two-story estate. Essentially, one being where the mayor sleeps and lives, and another where they conduct business.
Okay. Is there a spot where I can leave Danny, like, I don't know if there's a courtyard or something I can, like, leave him
Oh,
there?
yeah. Yeah, there are spots where people can leave their horses, their reindeer, and the like. So
I'll leave him loose, but I'll tie up the one-handed guy to, like, a tree or something. Make sure he don't go nowhere.
oh yeah, there's like a fence post there that you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
They can do that. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say, hey, Danny,
Just
watch
kinda
him. Make
like-
sure he doesn't go nowhere.
Yeah. Does that guy have anything like? Because I know we were starting to see like some early signs of frostbite there. Has he been like wrapped up in a blanket or anything?
I don't know if it was frostbite, but I definitely like try to cover him with stuff so people don't ask questions.
Just put the sleeping bag over his head.
So it'll be like a mess kit, like random objects on his body, because I don't got much. So
At least you tried. Well, it's all yours.
Where are
walking in?
Stellan and NIAM up to?
They're probably, at the moment, probably just inside in maybe like a sitting area or something.
Waiting for ZERRIS to walk through a wall, emerge through the floor, fall out of the ceiling.
They're fully expecting. At the very least, Stellan is fully expecting this. When he walks through the door, he's going to be shocked.
I'll go knock on the door, the front door, and just ding, ding, ding.
To go. Never mind, I'll get it. And He gets up and opens the door. Oh, hello.
Hi.
I was expecting a ghost. Sorry. Would you like to come in?
Yeah, ZERRIS said that or his friends are here. I'm assuming you're one of them.
Oh, you've spoken with ZERRIS.
I'll step out
Excellent.
from behind MAIRSIL at this point. Hello,
You're
Stellan.
corporeal.
I am corporeal.
NIAM, he's corporeal. Are you actually? Wait, come here.
He can't be. We buried him. Niam's walking out of the room. To the door.
Both of you come in. It's cold. Come inside.
Let's step inside.
He'll close the
That's
door and he'll be like, "Can I see if you're corporeal?"
By all means.
He'll like go to put his. He does it like he's expecting his hand to go through you, and it just kind of goes. I'm presuming it doesn't.
David?
No, does not.
So it's just like, oh, he's solid. Naim, he's solid. Look.
We buried. That's not ZERRIS.
I can understand this might be some shock. I met Rugal on the way. He said that my funeral was yesterday.
Yes.
You died. You got drained by spiders. We tried to bring you back. Who are you? It's the blob. It's the blob. It's got to be the blob. The blob's back, right? Big slime. Turn into the slime. Don't pretend to be ZERRIS.
This is going to be difficult. This is going to be very difficult.
Does the slime bleed red blood?
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did. I think he was
Then
just kind of...
no, he's definitely bleeds red. So I don't know what the slime does.
Oozes vaguely, if I recall.
Yeah.
Where's your tattoo?
I will show the area where my tattoo was. Is it still there?
Actually is not. Yeah, that was on your other body.
But
See?
notably,
Not ZERRIS.
David.
but
I'm sorry.
notably, he knew where it was meant to be. If he could simply mimic the appearance of ZERRIS and he knew where it was meant to be, why would he have not put it on?
I awoke a few days ago, just in a coffin and naked as the day I was born. No scarring or markings on me. So I'm as confused as you are.
You awoke in a coffin, but not in the coffin we buried you in, Where?
Well, did you bury me in insert town name here?
Brisk.
Risk.
We buried you there. We buried you here. You're not. Nope. I don't believe it. Nope.
And for the player's reference, the town of Brisk is about 150 miles away.
Stellan is looking for a map. Stellan has no idea where this place is. Stellan starts, like, sorting through books somewhere and is like, thunk.
What would prove my identity to you, Niam? Do you have my rocks?
I have everything. You died.
I do recall that. I also
How do you
recall-
have another body? How do you have two bodies? We buried your body.
I intend to find out.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Would I know if it was magic related?
I could see maybe an Arcana check for that. It could be magic is a thing, but let's see.
I got a 14.
All right, 14. So with that, you would know that it is magic related, but you wouldn't know exactly what. But it was definitely some pretty potent magic.
I'll relay the information of probably like some high-end magic. Not sure what it could be though.
I have seen strange things happen. Perhaps I'm optimistic and willing to believe it. And he's watching NIAM, not like, are you gonna believe it, but actually out of like mild concern, I would believe is the read on it. He's not sure what to do here.
I'm very sorry for any worry I might have caused. I don't really know how to go about making that up. I thought it was the end as well, so I didn't realize I was going to have to deal with the repercussions of this particular action.
Is your ZERRIS very headstrong? Rushing into things recklessly? If the answer is yes, that's probably him. It's just...
NIAM, should we give him a chance?
She's throwing up her hands and walking away.
Stellan quietly. He does occasionally have his wisdom modifier is actually not a negative, but it's also not a positive. But he leans in and he says, "This has been particularly difficult for her."
I can imagine. Where is everyone else? Cleo and Rotheris and...
Well, Cleo has gone with Granny, right?
So Cleo
Taking-
actually went back to the inn with her parents.
With
so
her
she
parents.
went back with Fabio.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cleo has gone back to her family.
That's good.
And I actually, out of character, don't know what happened to Rotheris, so because I was not here for that.
I'm trying to remember if you were conscious for that. I think we were puppeting you at that point, so you would have known that he basically just...
Yeah, Stellan saw
went
Rotheris
down.
sink into the ground, looking for ZERRIS, presumably.
Okay. Oh yeah. I don't know why. I vaguely remember this, and I don't know if it's because I was here or because I heard about it. But anyway, yeah, in character he'll say, and Rotheris disappeared. I think he was looking for you.
Oh, that's gonna be a problem for everyone.
I hope that he's a problem for everyone, because that means he's alright. We had a few companions that assisted in getting us through the tunnels. They're not here right now, but you may have the opportunity to meet them. At the moment, it's just us.
Well, we'll give NIAM some time. I do have some, so many things to do. My funeral was yesterday, so were there many attendants?
There were, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's most unfortunate.
Kind of explains some of the weird looks that you got as you were walking through the streets.
You are well regarded here.
Well, that's lovely, but the fact that, who was elected in my stead?
It was... What's her name? It was
Tanya.
Tanya. I was like, Leah? Wrong. Leah? Wrong. He says, Tanya.
That's
At
good.
least in the interim.
Excellent. Well, that's good. She's quite capable. Where are all of the children? You haven't met the children, have you? I mean, have you met the children by this point?
Would we have met the
During this
children?
time, yes, Stellan, you would have met all of the children at this point. There were 14 of them, so it was pretty exciting.
There are numerous children here, and they seem to be enjoying themselves and happy, and they don't have to work at all.
No, Stellan, they're children.
Excellent. That's very good for them.
Should put them to work though. Earn some money.
Oh my god. Were the children? The children weren't. They weren't informed about my predicament. I suppose they might have been.
Yeah.
They.
Well, it's
so-
generally not considered acceptable to hide from children that care about people that they've died. From what I
This is
understand.
going to be very awkward.
I think they'll be very pleased.
Well, I would hope so. I just gonna. Well, let's find out together.
Great. 14 children with emotions.
Yes. Let's go find the 14 children.
Now, the children, for the most part, had been either upstairs, like up in their rooms, or kind of just more, sort of just processing everything that had happened. Excuse me. But while you guys are having this conversation, Tanya is walking around the corner and just drops whatever she was carrying. Just really just a mug, like a teacup kind of thing. Maybe not more of a mug. It's kind of cold out, so probably like some kind of like coffee or something like that, and having to deal with all the the logistics and what have you from being in the mayor's seat. So so that just drops, smashes all over the floor, so that's great. And she's just, okay, you're alive?
It does appear that way. Hello, Tanya.
And she'll run up and hug you.
I will hug her back.
How? How did you do it? You said they tried to bring you back.
I truly have no idea. I woke up near Brisk a few days ago.
Oh. Okay. Oh, sorry. I've got to go get the children.
I'll clean up the coffee. And he goes to get like.
Thank you. And she'll go and she'll start yelling up the stairs and telling the kids to come down. They're not, thrilled about being called away from whatever they're doing at first. But once the first one comes down and the second and so on, as they see you, any issue they had with being called down is gone. And they just, in order, like pushing each other out of the way just to try and get to you, and essentially just all 14 of them just running into you and tackle charging you.
I will drop and hug each and every one of them.
And there's just a myriad of questions, like just wondering, like where you were, what happened? Are you a zombie now? Like, does that mean that you can just like take your body parts off and then put them back on? Like, the children have questions.
I will do my best to answer them as honestly as possible. Anything that is too gruesome, I will play down. So if they ask, like, what happened, I will leave out the fact that, like, I was murdered by spiders. I'll just say that I had passed, I was lost, and then I had returned by the gods' graces.
Wow.
Faith,
So
children.
you're not a zombie?
No, not as far as I can tell.
That's good.
Okay. If you start to become a zombie, would you tell us?
Absolutely. Could not keep anything from you. You're all too astute.
Stellan is also fully engrossed in this. Very happy to have these explanations.
Just a big old kid.
Mm-hmm. Like, wow.
This is also, my new friend MAIRSIL. You ask nicely, they might introduce you to their friend Danny. He's a reindeer.
He's the best.
Dear. Can we meet Danny?
Do you guys have carrots in the kitchen?
I could see. Yeah, that sounds like a practical
Not
thing to
after
have in the
today, we
kitchen,
don't.
Sure.
You guys can try to give him a carrot, and he might like you guys.
Danny's about to get real fucking fat.
Yep, because the kids go and each one of them want to give him a carrot.
I will call after them to be nice. No hitting, no shoving, just gentle with Danny.
Okay, and then they proceed to like run out and in excitement, like pushing, shoving, and the like. And some of them will heed your words.
Some of them will come back with reindeer bites.
They were happy to see you.
That's good. I was happy to see them as well. I just we have a few things to attend to if I worry about NIAM. But the one-handed man we were chasing, we found him again.
Oh, that's, well, good news, I presume.
He's tied up downstairs near Danny, and I will
Yeah, we-
fucking run.
The
The children.
Mistakes were made.
Whoops.
Yeah, Stellan will follow. That's...
Yeah, I'm good at that too.
Most of the kids are just more excited to see Danny. You said Danny was free roaming,
Yeah,
right?
he was fine. He was free.
Not like
I let him.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
but he was
okay.
He was gonna be watching the one-handed guy.
Okay. So he's watching, but he's not like right up on him. Okay. So there's a little bit of distance there. None of the kids are like right next to the one-armed guy, but
Nobody's poking the unconscious man with a stick.
not yet. Although, what they're interested. They're interested. So, excuse me. They might.
So we arrive on the scene before
Correct.
there's any incident.
Yes, you've got some who look like they might try something, having already fed the carrot to Danny, but none of them have started yet.
So this is the guy that we found. Zara said something about a right of bounty.
Yes.
Do you guys still have it?
NIAM should have that. I believe it was on ZERRIS' person when...
Shit. Fucking pointing and messaging, just NIAM.
What?
Do you still have that right of bounty, that writ of bounty for the one-handed man? Please say yes.
No.
Fuck. Well,
Why?
we have the one-headed man.
It's with your stuff.
Which is... Where?
With my stuff?
Oh, thank God.
Niam, I've been dead for days. You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
Oh, you're magical enough to come back from the dead. Figure it out.
I don't have my rocks.
Did you say rocks?
I don't have my rocks.
I have your stupid rocks. That levitate, by the way.
Oh, that's new. Well, we'll bring him inside and keep him under watch, and we'll, would you be... Are you... I know you're still processing, but, would you be up for a trip to Winterhorn to see this gentleman brought to justice?
Oh. Sure, why not? We'll just go on trips with dead men.
Excellent. You're processing very well and very quickly. I'm proud of you.
Yes.
Let's go back inside. Friends, the children are playing with Danny, and we have this business to attend to, and I will fucking lightly kick the one-handed man once more.
Shall I take the unconscious man inside?
If you could, he's a little scrappy, so he might bite. He shouldn't be able to bite. We gagged him, I think.
You didn't specify that you did, I don't think.
Well,
actually,
be careful. Watch his teeth.
All right. Can I pick him up and sling him over my shoulder, but like his back on my shoulder so that his teeth aren't aiming toward anything?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Gnashing at the sky.
He's just like...
He's still gonna try, but he can't get any good angles for that, so...
He mumbles quietly to this man, I suggest you stop or I'll leave you outside and you can freeze. And he will bring Angry Man inside.
You get met with, actually, Stellan, if I remember correctly, you don't speak Draconic, right?
I don't think I do, so it would be in Common.
Okay. You're not sure what he said in response to that, but if you had to guess, it was something extremely rude and or inappropriate.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm not phased. He's just like... Comes in, just like yeet him on a somewhat soft surface, but somewhat unceremoniously. So I don't know if there's like a...
He goes down with a thud, and there's a little bit of groaning.
Oh. It's a valid complaint, but you're not very light yourself. And he kind of like walks away stretching. Oh. I made a fake stretch and I made the worst noise. I think my sternum cracked.
Rough.
Oh no! Oh yeah, he'll kind of like groan and mumble, and like kind of roll around a little bit, but he's not really going anywhere right now.
Excellent.
So we intend to return him to face his fate?
Well, we had a few things we left undone. This gentleman being one. I presume you're both still alive, so... And what it sounds like, Cleo survived as well, so... Rotheris is gone, but it sounds like you both took care of the spiders?
Well... They're gone.
Well, that's good. Congratulations. Did they reward you handsomely? Have they agreed to stop attacking travelers and such?
We didn't
As
really follow up
the
on that.
goblins? I don't know if promise of that was made. It was more that inspiration, I suppose you could say, for them to go and try to attack Fort Ironhall.
Right.
Because
Yep,
that would
I
be a
remember
more
that.
glorious bounty, befitting their status or something. I don't know. They were pretty convinced. So
Yeah.
attacks on travelers might go down.
That's good. Very cool. Well, congratulations nonetheless. Well, if the goblins are dealt with, for the time being at the very least, Fort Ironhall. I don't really
There
know
were
what
a
to
lot
look
of
for.
spiders. There were more than I've seen previously, and I've seen spiders.
Yeah, I feel it feels like there was a lot left that we didn't do, the things that we set out to do. And as I said, and you might still be processing as well, just like NIAM is, just in a different way. If we need time, if there needs to be time taken, by all means, we should take the time, but I would like to at least finish what we'd started. The two issues.
I'm happy to assist you in tying up loose ends. So when we go, I think should be reliant on how NIAM feels. For me personally, I'm delighted. I'm used to people that die staying dead, and that's much less exciting.
I'm of the same mind. I was not expecting this outcome. As well, MAIRSIL has been oh shit. MAIRSIL has been incredible in helping me get here. Not only do I owe them a favor and such, and the new armor is there's so much to do. I need a shirt. My nipples hurt, Stellan.
Will you fit in one of mine? No, this is your house. I'm sure you have shirts in your house.
I would hope they haven't thrown all my things out yet.
No.
So while I find a shirt, I should contact Tanya and see if MAIRSIL can be properly rewarded for his aid. And then MAIRSIL, will you inform Stellan what's going on in Brisk while I properly heal my... There's no nice way to say this. My nipples?
Yeah, sure.
Chafing is an issue.
I need a salve as soon as possible.
Well, make sure you outfit yourself properly now.
Of course. And I will depart to do just that.
So, what exactly happened in Brisk?
Long story short, there is a frost dragon or ice dragon, frost, white one.
The white dragon.
It controls the region. And he has a lot of little henchmen. One of which is a half dragon with more little henchmen. And they
Sounds
kind of
like quite the hierarchy.
Yeah, and they bully and steal money from everybody and extort, for protection. Yeah, so it's not good. Always broke.
That doesn't sound good.
It's not.
Presume it would be advantageous if we were to sort this. I'm sure that if you were helping ZERRIS, that he wanted to help you in return as well.
He did, yes.
Wow.
But he tried to go alone with just us two, and I was like, we need backup. But that didn't stop him from giving it the good old try.
Well, that does sound like ZERRIS. Oh, you have my assistance, of course. And
Much appreciated.
I'm sure NIAM will come around. This has been very grueling for her.
Yeah, I was surprised when I was like busting down a wall, and then he's like, "Hey, help me!" And yeah, he was naked.
In a coffin? Naked in a coffin.
Yeah, I thought he pissed somebody off and they just buried him down there. But he's like, "No, I wasn't here before," so I was like, "Oh." That's new.
I'm vaguely curious as to how this all came about. I mean, obviously, it's a curious situation, but why would someone who died down here become one whole again, naked, without scars, in a coffin 150 miles away? My first thought is it must just have something to do with his god, because he's got some interesting things going on, but maybe there's something more to it. Maybe we'll find out while we're in Brisk, solving the dragon issue.
I could look into it more if we had like a good library, but finding books is kind of hard in general.
Good library. Is there a good library in town?
That is a good question. I would say it kind of depends on what kind of book you're looking for. While there may not be a good library per se, there may be some places that have something like what you're looking for, which could fall under the local library, but or could be obtained relatively easily, depending on what you're trying to find.
Well, I don't know how good it is, but there is a library here, so I could show you where that is.
Yeah, we could check it out.
Excellent. We'll give NIAM and ZERRIS some time. And he'll leave a note or something. No, he'll shout up the stairs. Like, ZERRIS, while you are tending to your nipples, we're going to go to the library.
Point in the direction the shouting came from and just say, excellent. I will hopefully gather NIAM and meet you there.
Best of luck. Sorry for shouting about your nipples. And he leaves.
Perfectly fine. The children are outside.
Ah. Good. This way, please. And he'll take you to the library.
Where's NIAM? Did she hear about my nipples? Excellent. Is NIAM just like off in her room, like gathering herself?
Oh, she's gathering his crap. Well, she's sorting through it. She's like, you could probably hear her muttering. Not that she's muttering, she's probably just very loudly, if this is really him, does he really deserve this shit back? And if it's not him, then am I really going to give him this whole bag of holding with love potions and all this stuff? She starts listing his stuff, and she's like throwing this over here and that over there. She's like, if it's not him, then he definitely doesn't need this, because we don't need some stranger controlling, potions of resistance.
Yeah, I will tend to my nipples and then go looking for NIAM for my things.
So the library in town, relatively small, not huge. I'd say about the size of a general store in the area that you guys can go to. Excuse me. So, coming in here, there is a dwarven gentleman sitting behind the front desk, as it were. Yes.
Do you have any books relating to magic? Maybe resurrection or something?
No. I think we might have some. And he's kind of trying to. Probably in that back corner over there. Yes. We might have something back that way.
Okay. Thank you.
It should be right if you reach the shelf with the historical fiction or the what did whatever the one with the werewolves and the fornicating, if you reach that section, you went way too far.
Okay.
Yes.
The romance
That's-
section.
So it's near that section. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, yes. And please keep any of the books that you intend to be reading through. Please don't make a mess on them. Makes my life quite difficult.
Okay.
Noted.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. I'm gonna head
Yes,
to the
resurrection
corner.
usually cause a lot of mess.
No.
Oh. All right. And he'll come with you to that corner.
I'll go try to find it. Use Mage Hand to reach books I can't reach.
Okay.
See if I can find something.
Okay. I would say it takes a little bit of time. Just kind of rummaging through, because some of the books, the lettering on the spine and what have you has been kind of faded off with time. Plus hasn't gotten new books most likely in some time. But yeah, you're able to see, a little book kind of sticking out. With Mage Hand, you're able to reach it without much difficulty.
Do I need to roll anything to try to comprehend it or understand?
This one I would say, honestly, probably written in Elvish.
Cool.
So, I believe you said you were a half elf, correct?
Yeah, I could read Elvish and Sylvan.
Okay, cool. So yeah, both of you would be able to read and understand it.
Excellent. What have you found?
What do I glean from this book?
So, going through as far as resurrection magic, you find a lot of the more traditional kind of things. So, raise dead, revivify. There's a little bit of a blurb about animating zombies and skeletons and things like that as that kind of necromancy. It's but we're not really talking about that here, kind of blurb sort of thing. Excuse me. Now you do find a little further back in the book about some other possible means that that could be used, and in this case, it's I'm trying to think how to go and say this one here. It seems see, I'm not sure if this one counts as a regular sort of bringing people back from the dead thing. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there. Why not? So one of the possible options with this, as far as ways that people have tried to circumvent death in the past, being something along the lines of, say, a clone spell. Essentially, making a copy of their body in a way prior to their death. In which case, once the that body passes on, then it would go, and essentially the soul would go to its new vessel.
Okay. I'd try to make it easy to understand to Stellan. That's most likely the answer. That makes the most sense to me, at least.
Interesting.
Is
Do
there some
we?
sort of wizard that I don't know about?
The ooze could do many things. He wasn't actually an ooze, by the way. Well, was he? I'm not sure.
He was.
Oh, the sentient ooze. Could do many strange things, so he's my first suspect. But realistically speaking, if ZERRIS really is not aware of this, I presume it was done without his knowing. If he didn't consent to the cloning, as it was, then I presume that someone did this without his knowledge as well, which means it could be anyone, and their motivations could be anything. Maybe good. I'm hoping good, but I wouldn't rule out something else.
I wonder how long ago it was, because that place looked abandoned to me, so I'm not too sure.
So he was found in an abandoned place in Brisk. And he hasn't mentioned knowing anything about Brisk or having any previous experience with Brisk.
None. None that I know of.
It seems that there's more to be discovered here. Well, thank you for explaining that to me. This all sounds very complicated.
A little.
Well, I guess even from a certain perspective, it's complicated simply because, we buried him yesterday, so. Not many people get more than one. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna put the book back with Mage Hand.
Okay, so it's not many. He just says not many people get more than one. I'm not sure if it's a good thing. Just kind of shrugs.
Okay.
Did you want to get a book on anything else, or shall we head back?
No, I think we're good.
All right.
Well, as you guys leave the library, we're going to go ahead and pan back over to NIAM and ZERRIS.
Just knocking at the door.
Come in.
NIAM.
ZERRIS.
I understand that you're processing, and I know that this is very difficult. Take all the time that you need. Tanya is acting mayor in my stead since
Since you died?
Since that, yes. And I'm not inclined to wrest control from her hands. Especially not when there's so much unfinished that needs to be tended to. We found the one-handed man, and I'm inclined to bring him to justice.
Bring him to justice for what? They had him. He was in the goblin. The goblins had him. I let him go.
Yes, but the town of Winterhorn wanted him. At the very least, we're questioning. And while currently it seems that you've discarded the writ of bounty,
Didn't discard it. She picks it up and balls it into a ball and throws it at him.
Oh, excellent. I will scramble to pick that up. I'm inclined to return him to the people that need the justice done. As well, congratulations on the spiders, I heard. STELLAN filled me in that you both took care of that, so that's good. Wonderful. I'm going to... MAIRSIL, the individual I was traveling with, you met him downstairs, you were upset, so it's doesn't matter. MAIRSIL's been very helpful in getting me back here. So I'm inclined to repay the kindness, and his town, Brisk, is under the thrall of a band of hooligans that report to, I think, a dragon of some sort. So I made a bit of a declaration, and
Oh my God.
So you see where I'm going with this. You're more than welcome to
So
come.
you're taking we're taking the one-handed man back to Winterhaven, so you can collect your bounty there. Bornhaven, I don't care right now if it's winter penises. So you want to take him back, collect your bounty there. Do you want to stop at the goblins too and collect your bounty there and let them know that you didn't know they had a feast for your death?
I'm not inclined to. Well, I mean, do you think it would be prudent to sort them out?
She's like, here's your chainmail, here's your amulet, here's this, here's your bag of holding, here's all your crap.
Technically, everything save the like I said, I understand you're upset. Take all the time you need to process and grieve. You've grieved. Now's the time for joy. I'm through the god's will. I am returned. I will.
The bag of rocks is going straight at his head.
Ow.
Here's your rocks.
I will not dodge the rocks.
The rocks will hit you in the face.
I hope they never levitate for you like they did for me.
It is a cruel thing to say, NIAM.
You died. I had to deal with it. I had to come back here and tell the children that you were dead. You get to magically walk in the door. No. I'm angry with you because you died.
That's entirely fair. You have to understand though that in our line of work, it's not exactly the safest bit of business, is it?
Then stop taking over towns and trying to heal the world and expecting the rest of us to pick up your mess.
To be fair, taking over the town was
because you died, and then Blobby just disappeared.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem for the entire continent, I feel like.
I'm sure he's out raising an army in your name.
Well, I have no doubt that he'll feel my return, and he'll know that I'll sort that out when it comes to it. The point is that there's unfinished business that needs to be dealt with, and as I said, you're processing, and there's a lot to deal with, but you're more than welcome. I would be blessed if you would join us.
Oh my God,
again.
you're a jerk. Let's go.
Agreed. It wasn't my fault.
Yes, it was. You died.
I didn't do it on purpose. It
you
wasn't
charged in, trying to save the gob.
Technically speaking, NIAM?
Spider blob god who was using goblins as food. And then we had to save what's his name? I can't even remember his name right now. I'm so mad at you. What are we gonna do? Can we take him too?
Who?
I, out of character, cannot remember the name.
Curious Spirit Dancing Rain.
Thank you.
He was called by Spirit for the most part.
Spirit, who's been very good.
I don't know who that
and
is.
helped with the kids and everything else and got your body down off the wall.
Oh, nice.
It was wrapped in spider webs.
Oh, that's very nice of him. Where'd you meet this person?
We saved him from the spiders too.
Oh, you guys did wonderful then. I can't wait to meet this person. Out of character, as a note to the players, I think Williams is playing a female presenting character, yeah? Wasn't Curious Spirit a lady?
Yes, she was. Thank you.
I just see Williams's face. So it's just,
I completely drew a blank on that. But yes, that is correct.
Excellent. Yeah, I can't wait to meet this person. It sounds like they've been very helpful. And I mean, it sounds like they helped you process grief a little bit. Some, maybe? Perhaps? A little bit. Smidge?
You're lucky the only thing left in here to throw would be my stuff, which I'm not going to throw at you because you're not worthy of being thrown at with my things.
Well, technically the bag of holdings is yours as well, and I'll just slowly hand it back to her. We agreed that you all should take care of that.
It had all your stuff in it.
I will grab my holy symbol and put it around my neck. And then I will swap armor. It's not really going to matter mechanically, but I'll swap the armor out to return the armor that MAIRSIL bought for me. Maybe we can fetch a better price for it here. Give him some of the gold back.
How much gold do you owe him?
Considering the fact that they found me, released me from a coffin, and then bought me things and just kind of left it open-ended, I'm not sure how much gold that all equates to. And then brought me back to you. This priceless, I would say. I am returned. Can you put a price on a reunion? I will do my best. Also, again, the dragon that is running the gang of motley hooligans in their town. So
a dragon. So, dude, now we're...
I can't imagine it would be very old. I can't imagine that it would be... I mean, if it's using...
the yellow dragon. What color is the dragon, ZERRIS?
Given the climate, all my studies, I would imagine white, frost, attuned. Which is something we haven't dealt with before. It's cold always.
Mm-hmm. And when are we leaving on this magical adventure?
Well, I should let everyone know that I'm alive, given that town thinks I'm dead, and I did march through here uncovered, so they're probably talking. I should speak with Tanya and let pass that information to her and let her... Technically, I'm not mayor, so I don't want to make an address without her approval. But then we're free to leave. Like I said, process, take time. The only really time-sensitive matter, I mean, we have the one-headed man, we can keep him fed and covered and clothed and such. We need to keep him away from the children. He's a psychopath. He's muttering in Draconic a lot. But the only time-sensitive thing really is...
He
nothing.
was muttering before.
Well, yes, he's getting worse, I think. We also had to find that individual's wife that we had promised. They're waiting, so that's time-sensitive, I think. I just don't want to be the man that left everyone's requests unfulfilled. You're more than welcome to join me. I would be blessed to have you. But I don't want to force you into anything you don't want to, especially not when it involves dragons and returning from the dead and
Yes, because I just want to sit here and knit scarves. Let's go.
I would love to sit here and knit scarves. Truthfully,
Well, then
the
stop promising people things.
The rocks told me to, and I just...
Oh, so okay, hold on. So the rocks told you to unite the northern kingdoms. Are we still doing that after we return the man, find a wife, kill a dragon, and decimate hordes?
I cast augury.
Oh my god.
So with the rocks, now if I remember right, this spell basically says try to figure out the outcome of what you're gonna do in the next 30 minutes, essentially.
Yeah.
Right.
My question for the next 30 minutes, because they give an answer of like wheel and woe and all that. It's cryptic shit.
Of course, yeah. Rocks.
Yeah, the rocks. So I let me see. I'm sorry, I'm double checking. Yeah, wheel for good results, woe for bad results. Wheel and woe for both good and bad, and then nothing as especially bad or good. The question that I will ask is, should we wait for NIAM to process before we head out? Like, should we leave as soon as possible?
And okay, so and just so I'm clear, so basically, just is it a instead of waiting for time to process, go ahead and leave?
Yeah, so like
Okay.
obviously this is because I think it's already established that ZERRIS doesn't really fully understand how the fuck this is working.
Sure.
But mechanically speaking, within the next 30 minutes, if we started to make preparations and such to leave, would that be good or bad?
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Does he ask this out loud?
do you?
Yeah, fuck it. It doesn't say, so I'll just be like, should we leave as soon as possible? Is it bad or good? Nah.
And the rocks do begin to glow. The markings that are carved into them, some light shining out from that. And after a moment, you get an answer of weal and woe.
Sick. Do the rocks levitate?
They do a little bit, yeah. So NIAM, notably, they levitated a little bit higher for you.
You want a brownie button? So they're levitating because I touched them. I fixed your rocks.
I'm just saying there. It's neither. I mean, it's good and bad that we would leave post haste. Which is I mean, it's if the good and bad are both equal, then it's ultimately good. I would think. Right?
Everything having to do with you is good or bad, so let's just go.
Good and bad. The and is important.
Does the man have clothing, or have you left him naked?
He has clothing. He's an asshole, but I'm not an asshole. Speaking of, Rugo is on the streets.
That's debatable.
The previous mayor is on the streets and thinks he's mad, so I should speak with Tanya and see if I can make an address.
Okay.
So you go speak with Tanya, figure out if you make an address. I will start preparing for us to be gone for God knows how long.
It's good to be back, Niam. I missed you, I think.
If you get out.
Thank you.
ZERRIS, also, so that you are tracking as well, one of the things that was... So you got all of your old possessions back, plus the stuff that you picked up from last week with the prologue and what have you. The only thing that is in addition to all of that stuff, when Granny Tabitha had given Cleo that little good luck charm for the travels, that is also now in your possession as well.
Adorable.
So, to make an address, yes?
If possible.
It can certainly be arranged. Excuse me. And let's see, it's still fairly early in the day, I would say. Like, with all of this, probably getting you guys to about late morning, maybe early afternoon.
Before that, can I do something?
Oh, yeah.
So I just remembered I had an ability that I forgot I could do. I want to try to go to the one-armed guy. But first, I'm going to ritual cast Comprehend Languages, but use my ability to just cast it per normal action. Because I can do that with Awoken Spellbook, because of my subclass.
Oh, nice.
So instead of it taking 10 minutes longer than normal, which would be an hour, 10 minutes, it's just an action. Which that's why I was like holding off on doing that. And I'm gonna poke him and jab him and say something in Draconic again.
Okay, cool. And real quick, gonna get to that in just a second. Tanya begins making the preparations, sending out the word. So in short order, you will be able to make your address. So we'll go ahead and hand back over to MAIRSIL. Now, so you've done Comprehend Languages, and now you told him say something in Draconic again.
Yeah, I'm trying to antagonize him, poke him, kick his boot a little bit.
Oh, antagonizing this individual shouldn't be too difficult. Um, so he just spits back a "fuck you" and spits at you.
Huh, you're funny. You're funny. Who's in the room with me right now?
Could
Whoever
be.
would like to be.
You're lucky for now. I'm gonna come back. Tell me what I need to know, and this will go smoothly for us.
What are you wearing right now?
Me?
Yes.
Like raggedy robes, like nothing like crazy.
Okay. Let's see. He's gonna look you up and down, and say, "You look like a bum, you pointy-eared fuck."
You're lucky my temper is a little bit longer than that, but Where was his wound? Didn't he have a frostbite wound on like his thigh or something like that?
It was like his right leg stump,
Hmm.
and his left
I'm gonna use
hand is
mage
missing.
hand and put a little bit of pressure on it, like squeeze his thigh a little bit.
Yeah, you bitch.
And also, if this influences you one way or another, I don't think Stellan's paying a lot of attention. He can't speak Draconic, and he's just notably, like, just busy with something else in the room right now.
I'm not trying to be too rude with interrogating this guy, but he hasn't been nice at all.
No, I mean, he tried to bite you at least once at this point.
Oh yeah. He also was throwing and chucking vials of flask.
Oh yeah,
Which I
the
do
vials
have
of
still,
acid.
so.
Yep. Yeah. I wanted to make sure you still had those in your inventory. So yeah, three vials of acid that you picked up from this dude's cart.
I don't even know if I can try to bluff this guy. Not really. I'll just take out a vial of acid and just uncork it real quick and be like, I wonder what will happen if this meets flesh. And I just stare at him intently.
And he's gonna look at you, and he's like, "Then pour it down your fucking chest, you pointy-eared son of a bitch."
I'm gonna recork it. I'm like, let's see. What can I do? I don't want to kill this man because I don't know how much health he has. I don't want to hurt him too bad. Like, can I do that? Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver on him.
Mind Sliver. Okay. What does that do?
I think I dropped it in the Discord.
Yeah. So
I drive. What?
Oh, I was just gonna let you know. I realized this is kind of my fault because I didn't tell you about it beforehand. So one thing we've started trying to get into the practice of here is being a lot more descriptive with the things that we're doing. In the case of maybe somebody's not familiar with the spell, or maybe somebody isn't familiar, or with the class feature, or is otherwise maybe unable to see what we're doing, whether maybe some kind of visual impairment, or if we're watching like somebody listening to a podcast or something.
Got you.
That kind of deal. So just for
Alright.
those who can't see or don't know,
I'll conjure up a nice silver spike that's slightly translucent and drive it into his skull.
Ah, that sounds painful.
It probably is.
Ah. So with this going in, is a save? Is this an attack roll? What's
It's
going on?
a save. He has to make
Okay.
an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence.
If he fails, he takes 1d6 psychic damage.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and have him roll. So he got a 12 on his roll. What does that get him?
Fail.
That is a fail. All right. So
I lied. It's 2d6 actually. He takes
I
8 psychic damage. So you're gonna cooperate, or what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna melt down every part of you except for the ears.
You have a real fascination with ears, huh? I'll see how long you'll be without any food. You'll still get water, but I don't know how you can do without any food for a while. So I'll see you tomorrow. I'll leave him wherever he's locked up at.
Okay.
I think Stellan will follow him out, close the door, and just, it's quite a neutral tone, but he's... So, you've had some experience with retrieving information?
A little, mostly because, grew up in the rough part of town, and people, they like to torture, be tortured, just, you see things.
I see.
What race is Stellan?
Shadarkai.
Shadarkai, okay. Yeah, he doesn't like elves, so I'd avoid him.
And he's like, of course. Well, I can't speak his language anyway, so... what could you do?
Payne is a very good translator, if you know what I mean. They'll figure something out.
That's very good advice. We should find ZERRIS and NIAM. I'm sure we can be of use to them. And
Yes.
he's not going anywhere, so...
Yeah. ZERRIS. It took a little bit of time to get the word out and get the people of Nigh Point rallied up, but in short order, this is done, and with everybody gathered and awaiting to hear from the man they thought was dead, the floor is yours with a captive audience.
It will not be a huge, prepared thing. It's just gonna be me standing out there and say, hello, Nigh Point. I understand that my funeral was yesterday, and as you can see, I'm no longer claimed by death. To answer any questions that you might be having, the common things are: no, I am not undead. No, I am not mindless or craving flesh or brains. Yes, I am in full control of my facilities. Yes, I seem to be fully living and alive. It is my belief that the grace of the gods has returned me to you. No, I will not be wresting control from acting mayor. Tanya is wise and sound of mind, and to seize control from her would be tyranny. Should this place wish me to lead, I would hear your voices through vote. I, however, am not the one to call for it. And I am, for clarification and for complete honesty, I will be leaving here in short order to handle some things that I had left unattended to before my passing. I will return to you. I will return to you. And this time, there will be no question of my health. I apologize for any discomfort or any feelings of ill will this might have brought on all of you. But I am returned. and I am here to do good and to do as much as I can for this town. Thank you for your time.
And there's some murmurs among the crowd at first. Some of them almost seem like, is this real? But your words do reach them, and in little time after your speech, there's an eruption of applause.
Thank you, Tanya.
Of course.
And I mean what I said. I won't be seizing control. If at any point you need to step back or you need assistance, I'm here. But for now, I need to tend to things that I left undone.
I understand. Well, I will keep this town in good order until you return.
I have full faith that you will. I'm off to go fight a dragon, and I will leave.
I'm sorry, you're what?
I will turn to my friends.
Okay. And now, as far as preparations to go, I know you got Danny with you now. But I think that I don't know if that wagon would carry everybody. Because I know it had this one dude and everybody else, but if I remember right, you guys had a cart and horse before, but then goblins happened.
Yeah, goblins happened. We could try and... Oh, fuck. I just kind of like...
NIAM went out to take care of it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Honestly, what would this group do without NIAM?
Truly, like, the logistics of things, like, wouldn't get done. We'd be like, we're gonna go to Winterhorn. Okay, it's gonna take you fucking 5 years to get there because you're all idiots and you're all on foot.
Yep.
And walking in the wrong direction.
Yeah, turn around.
Or going to fight a dragon, and it's like, where is our gear?
I left my
No,
Lease at home.
she did her normal, go get the cart, get a horse, get supplies, blankets, food, make sure that everybody had their weapons. Normal NIAM take care of things.
Yep. NIAM takes the frivolities we speak and makes them reality. Right.
NIAM's our Roy Disney.
It's true.
Yeah, so with that, I mean, really, it's with NIAM going to get the things, it's easy enough. The only real cost being time at that point. So with that, do you guys want to try to leave in the morning, or are you going to try to leave during the night? I think really
Morning.
that's like.
Definitely morning.
Probably the morning to get some, a night's rest properly. Because MAIRSIL and I have been on the road for a few days at the very least.
And also get cold as all hell at night.
True, absolutely true.
This is true, yes.
And one-handed man might not survive another night.
That's fair. So yeah, with that, you guys are able to take a long rest. And real quick, ZERRIS, you sleep peacefully this night.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Okay.
David, before NIAM goes to sleep,
Yes.
she is going to go make sure that the one-handed man has food and blankets and see if he needs to be healed or anything like that.
Okay. He had taken some injuries. It's not apparent, like, physically from Hal. But yeah, he had taken a little bit of damage. He seems like almost hesitant to accept the food at first. But seeing as he has not had a proper meal in quite some time, he eventually does begrudgingly begin to eat that. So
They let him go from the goblins. Come on.
oh yeah, and yeah. So yeah. So that is that. There is actually one last little thing before we do the little wrap up thing, because this was a bit of a realization that I had of things kind of coming full circle. So very early on in the beginning of season 1, Gilbert, I'm sorry, I could see you shaking your head at this. There was a riddle presented to Gilbert in a dream sequence. So, and just to recap on that, it was a dream that quickly turned into a nightmare. He was talking with a sphinx, and the riddle he was presented was: the man who created me does not want me. The man who bought me does not need me. The man who needs me does not know it. What am I? Well, the way that this came full circle was actually last week during our prologue, because the answer to that riddle was a coffin. I wish I could say that I had the foresight to plan that out an entire season in advance. I did not. I'll be honest, I just thought the riddle was neat, and then it ended up coming to be a reality. So,
Life imitates art.
Gilbert. Life imitates art. But that is going to be where we're going to wrap up this episode. So next time we'll go ahead and start after you guys have already finished up your long rest, and you'll be ready to hit the road, and we'll be moving on to Winterhorn, or wherever else this adventure takes us. Does anybody else have anything to plug before we dip?
I will, if that's okay. Yes.
Absolutely.
Hi, so we have some really exciting things happening over at Rowan, Rick and Deckard right now. We have just dropped the quick start for Hollows. If you go to rrdgames.com/Hollows, it'll take you there. And if you're a fan of Die the TTRPG by Kieran Gillen, we've just rolled out pre-orders for the Scenarios pack. So this is the first one done by Laurie O'Connell, Nathan Blades, and Kieran himself. And there's some cool stuff going on, like you get trapped in a TCG, or your dungeon master is sick of your whining crap and has decided to populate a fantasy world with all of your exes. So it's great fun. We all know how much you like Type 2 fun, and we've got that for you. So I'm just really super pumped. There's a lot of cool things coming out, and I'll have more things to tell you next time. So yeah, there's my 2 cents. Give it a look. And Hollows itself will be launching within the next couple of months. So it's all very exciting stuff. So thank you so much for giving me a minute to talk about it. I get to gush about my day job.
Of course.
That's awesome. Anybody else before I start rolling into the outro spiel?
Nothing.
Okay.
Just congratulations to Stellan for the new information and all the new announcement. Of course, here at the Nomads we love to support everything. So I'll bookmark this for next week as well.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. So that's going to be a thing. We'll go ahead and we'll push that out for you. Excuse me. So, going into the closing spiel, I have been your Dungeon Master, David Gagnon. This has been Colder Than a Twitch's Wit. We are the Rolling Nomads. So you can find us here on Twitch at twitch.tv/Rolling Nomads for all of our new stuff. Like I mentioned earlier, we're doing Eldritch Automata. We've got VTM. We've got D&D. There's all sorts of good stuff, and we're adding new stuff. This is going to be a really big year for us. And honestly, I want it to be one of those things where you guys are like, oh man, they're doing something new again. Yes, it's going to be. Yes, we are. We're doing all sorts of new shit this year. As far as our previous episodes and things like that for all of these different shows and all these different things that we've got coming up in the future as well. They're going to be up on YouTube at youtube.com/rollingnomads. Most of our videos are up to date now, and that's what is. I think Scion is just the one getting caught up now.
Yeah, Scion just needs season 3.
Sweet. So yeah, go and go watch season 1 of this, and then go watch all the other episodes for everything else too. Best way to keep up to date with us is going to be through Twitter @_rollingnomads. It's where we're going to see new programming, YouTube upload announcements, going live, late starts, cancellations, any news and updates going on with us in that regard. We're also on TikTok. I've heard talk of possibly our Instagram getting some love in the near future as well. So all sorts of different ways to keep up to date with us and have fun with us. So yeah, get out there, check it out. Yeah, if nobody's got anything else, that's us in a handbasket. And until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Bye.